Hey, 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 what's been good about your day? It's Mrs. Newport. It's time for story time. Do you know what today is? May 4th, 2020, right? Well, if you're a Star Wars fan, they always say, may the force be with you in Star Wars. But today is May the 4th be with you. May the 4th. See what happened there? All right. So I looked and looked and looked for some Star Wars books for kids. There weren't any available at my library, so maybe you could look some up. Maybe there's some about Yoda or Darth Vader or Princess Leia. But anyway, I actually found some cool books, or actually one fun book that kind of has the letter P in it. So if you're working on the letter P this week, this is going to be a great one for you. It's called Curious George and the Pizza. Pizza. So this is by Margaret and H.A. Rays, and I thought it would be kind of fun to read a story about the letter P. So here's Curious George and his friend. It says, "Let's go out for pizza tonight, George," said his friend. At the pizza place, Tony the baker was getting the pizzas ready for baking. He flattened out a ball of dough into a large pancake and tossed it into the air. He spread tomato sauce on it and sprinkled it with cheese. This is making me hungry. And shoved it into the oven. That's a good idea. The telephone rang. "A fellow from the factory wants a large pizza delivered in a hurry," Tony's wife called. "Okay, I'll get my coat," said Tony. George was curious. You know, his name is Curious George anyway. So George was curious. Could he make a pizza too? He jumped up on the counter and took some dough. George pounded the dough into pancakes. Then he tossed them into the air with all four hands. One of them plopped right in the middle of a table where a woman was sitting. Another landed on a coat rack. Dun dun dun. One fell on the jukebox. And one landed smack on Tony's head. Oops. "Who did that?" he shouted. George was scared. He ran out and jumped into a small truck to hide. "That customer is still waiting for his pizza," said Tony's wife. "You'd better hurry. They'll be closing the factory in a few minutes." "I forgot all about it," Tony said. Quickly, he packed the pizza in the back of the truck and drove off. Wait a minute, have we seen that truck before? George was trapped inside. The truck sped up to the factory, but it was too late. The gates were locked. "Oh no," Tony groaned. "How will I ever deliver the pizza?" He opened the back door of the truck, and there was George. "So that's where you've been hiding, you bad little monkey," Tony cried. He reached out to grab George, but then he stopped. Why do you think he stopped? Let's find out. "I've got an idea," he said. "You're just the one I need." What in the world can Curious George do? How good that George was a monkey. Look what he's doing. "Look at that!" shouted the factory guard. "A monkey delivering a pizza!" "Thanks, George," said Tony. "You made up for all the trouble you caused. I'm going to make a special pizza for you and your friend when we get back." And that's what he did. There are lots and lots and lots of other Curious George books, so you might want to look those up. Curious George is pretty funny. He's pretty curious. He gets into some trouble, but always seems to work out for him. Maybe you can make some pizza today, some homemade pizza. That would be nice. Or maybe support one of your local pizzerias in your town. I hope you have a great day and enjoy working on the letter P this week. Have a great day. Bye.